6-year-old Amber Isaac, whose story is very important to tell. She could not wait to become a mother to her son, but on April 21st, after going into an emergency C-section, Amber unfortunately passed away due to complications regarding her platelet counts being low, something that her family says went unmonitored because her doctors had chosen to replace her visits with virtual video calls due to the coronavirus. Right now, we have Amber's partner and the father of their son, Bruce McIntyre, here to give us the details on what occurred leading up to her passing and what measures should have been taken. Good morning, Bruce. I thank you for joining us. I know this is difficult. You're juggling a lot right now, trying to balance all of it. First and foremost, how are you and your baby boy doing?
We're hanging in there. Our family's hanging in there. Just trying to stay on top of our mental health, and baby boy is doing phenomenal. The day he was born, he was actually able to breathe on his own. Being a month and some change premature, he was able to breathe on his own. He was able to, when we brought him home, he's trying to turn on his side. He's lifting his head on his own, trying to put his pacifier in his mouth. So this boy is just amazing.
That is fantastic. I can see your face light up when you talk about him. And that's good because you've been through a lot. Let's talk about the days before Amber's passing, because she actually tweeted that her concerns in dealing with her doctors at Montefiore, and even expressed to you that she had concerns that she wasn't going to make it. Can you explain to us what was going through her mind and what sparked this fear?
We started facing neglect actually in like late January, coming into February. So we were in her second trimester, coming into her third. She, was sending emails, calling, not getting the responses she needed. We had no idea her platelet levels were dropping the way they were. She was actually trying to get FMLA set up at her job because this whole corona pandemic was starting to peak, and she's a head teacher at a school for children. So
so she was trying to go out on family leave. So prior to that, was she able to get inside and get checked up at all?
No, in March, not at all. They did video Zoom conference calls. Made us buy a blood pressure monitor, check her blood pressure from home, just ask her a few questions, and that's it. But at that point, she should have been seen every 2 weeks, coming into every week. And she was not being seen, especially with her platelet levels dropping the way they were. She really should have been seen and getting blood work done every week.
Yeah.
And so her platelet levels, rose.
So on the day of the birth, did doctors realize that she had a condition, or was it a last-minute thing?
Oh, it was a last-minute thing. They actually didn't find out she had HELLP syndrome until the day that she passed. Wow.
All right. Obviously, you were there. You saw your son breathe. He was destined to be in this world, which is something that I know the family is truly thankful for, but at the same time, you're dealing with Amber's death. What are you and Amber's family hoping to do with this story to bring awareness to others in the Black and Latino community?
I would just like to shed light on the shady part of healthcare. We really want to show people that we're not being listened to. No matter how many times we say we're in pain, no matter how many times we say there's, we're not feeling right or there's a problem, they're not listening to us and they're not paying attention. So, that's what led to her demise.
Well, I appreciate you sharing what is so very personal, what is so very difficult. Wish you and your baby boy the best as your family tries to heal from all of this. Thank you, Bruce, so much for your time. Our prayers are with all of you. I do have a statement that was provided by the hospital, Montefiore, saying, quote, 94% of our deliveries are minority mothers, and Montefiore's maternal mortality rate is of 0.01%. It is lower than both New York City and national averages. Any maternal death is a tragedy. Our hearts go out to Miss Isaac's family, especially to her mother, our longtime colleague. Again, a tough story, but lessons learned here. And to all you mothers out there, stay safe and make sure you're being heard.